Hi, chat. How you doing? Still not doing the hooks. It's a hook-free channel. I will not harvest your attention span. If you wanna stay, stay. If you don't, go. You are free to go. Put your attention where it deserves to be. Don't just watch stuff mindlessly. That's right. Oh my god. Anyway, I hope you're well, and I hope you're I hope you're ready for another chatty chat with Melina, which is me. Oh my god. I actually started recording again because I started talking and the words were not coming, and I was like, I'm so boring. Like, this is not the vibe. We need some glitter. We need a little sparkly here because I'm not having fun. So, so I'm starting again with hopefully better attitude. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had this thought yesterday as I was working out. Slay, yes, points for me. I have no idea what I'm gonna title this video. I'm not sure what it's gonna be about, but I want to talk about this one thing, which is structures and mindset. I think I'm gonna figure it out as I talk, as I usually do. I never know where my sentences are going, which gives me a weird cadence to my voice, and it's so sometimes it sounds like I don't know words, or I have a stutter. I just don't know. Every new word coming out of my mouth is a surprise. Let's see where this goes. One of the biggest differences from who I am right now, the person I am becoming, still I'm always in the process of becoming, as we all are, hopefully, and the person I used to be, the person who was very depressed and angry and anxious and insecure, still working on the last one. Well, there was a lot of differences, but one of the main ones that I'm gonna talk about today is the shift from setting goals to having a vision. Stay with me. So, there's so much echo. I don't know if you can hear it, but whoa, never mind. I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what that was. Little, young, depressed, anxious, troubled Melina, who was even not called Melina at that point. I changed my name legally if you're curious. She was stuck in this vicious capitalistic cycle of striving and achievement. Or striving for achievement, actually. She was always setting goals for herself. And she was always trying to build this perfect life, you know? She always had a schedule. She always had structures. She always had habits she was trying to incorporate or start or, you know. And she was always very results focused. Because funny thing is, all kinds of self-help books, they tell you to be very specific about what you want, and the biggest lie. Like, I hate this. I hate what I'm gonna tell you about now. You probably heard about it. I hate it so much. So much. It destroyed my mental health, I think, when I was a teenager. And even a young adult. You know this system of where do you see yourself in X years? Or, like, what is your end goal? And reverse engineering, like, what do you need to do to get there? I hate it. I hate it so much. It's stupid. It's stupid. I don't believe it. I don't care if it worked for you. If you came out of it unscattered, good for you. You are lucky. Because this... it makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. Because first, life is unpredictable. You cannot guess, you cannot estimate, you cannot predict when you're gonna get lucky, when you're gonna get unlucky, which season is gonna be difficult, which season is gonna be really easy. Like, you don't know that. Things come in waves in life, in cycles, and sometimes you get a lot of unexpected help, and sometimes you have a lot of unexpected challenges. It's normal, it's part of life. And you can't plan for it. It just happens as you go. Let's say you have a goal of owning $1 million company in 10 years. Okay, I'm not judging. Whatever. It's your goal. I don't care. That's your end goal. So you reverse engineer all the steps. And you do everything by the book. I'm trying to think like what are the steps? You go to the right school or intern at a company. You learn the ropes from the bottom up. You, I don't know, get some kind of education, whatever form it might take. Then you, I don't know, create a service or a product. I don't actually know how to build a $10 million company, so it's a bad example. You think of your product or service, then you figure out how to market it, then how to upscale it. Cool, you have all the steps, and you try to do it by the book. You know what you might end up with? I'm not saying you are not capable of having a $10 million company, business idea, but maybe you haven't matured enough to have the right idea. You know, or you might go through 10 failed companies and none of them can work because you're not mature enough. You haven't matured enough to get the right idea. You haven't experienced everything you need to experience to hit the jackpot, you know? And trying to force things by the book can make the road longer because you're putting your attention in the wrong place, on marketing, on taxes, on, you know, all the hard skills. You're not tending to the most important part, the foundations, what am I trying to even bring into the world? Like, why am I doing this? Why this idea, you know? I see it so often in people, sometimes taking it slow. I think actually a lot of the time, taking it slow and letting things happen organically at their own natural pace as you grow as a person in alignment with who you are as a person and your growth, personal growth. It's the shortcut. It feels longer, it feels like it's gonna take forever, but it's actually a shortcut. There's so many people who focus on the wrong thing instead of the why. They want the end result, but they don't care to become the person who can create it. There, I said it. That's the difference between achievement and embodiment. My neighbors are doing renovations. Sorry if you can hear any noise. So the last few years, I've been really trying to shift from setting goals, like, again, something everyone tells you to do, set goals. And I just don't care. And look, I'm not gonna say this is how to be successful, because, again, that depends on your definition, and by a lot of people's definitions, grammar, what? I'm not really successful, but in my definition, I'm very successful. My lifestyle is exactly what I want it to be. It could be financially more prosperous. Okay, yeah, sure. But in general, I have the freedom, the liberty, just the freedom. I have freedom in every aspect of my life. I built it brick by brick. And that's my success, okay? That I can sit and talk to my phone in the middle of, I don't know what day it is. I think it's Tuesday. I don't even know. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what day it is, and I don't know what time it is. And I don't have to. That's the beautiful thing. I don't have to. Because I created a life where it doesn't matter. I just do things at my own pace. That was my goal. Okay, so I did have a small goal, kind of. But it's not about achieving anything here. It's not a goal like, I want to make this amount of money. I want to work at this company. I want to, I don't know. I don't care about any titles and achievement and possessions. It's all about the type of person, you know? I want to be, my vision for life is just a vision of myself. Like, what character I'm building, what type of person I want to be, what do I think is really fucking cool. And I've seen this on social media recently, which I love. I've heard a few creators now talk that, you know, your dream job, it should be like a job that you just think is really cool. Like, you want to say, I'm doing this because you think it's cool. I love to see that. But yeah, I'm trying to approach my whole life like this. And you don't have to think it's cool. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I want my 10-year-old self to look at me now and be like, oh my god, she's so cool. She's so fucking cool. I want to be her when I grow up. That's all I care about. And you don't find it in what kind of phone you have, or I don't know, what company you work for, or if you have your own business even. So to sum up this long-winded rant, I have like a whole speech prepared, but I don't remember it now. Not to sound like a motivational speaker, because I'm not one and I'm not trying to be one. But I think you don't really need goals when you have a vision. To me, there's no point, kind of, to goals, because a goal is something outside of you, something that you don't have. And a vision, when you have a vision for yourself or for your life, you can think of this vision every day and just embody it as you are in this moment. It's not groundbreaking, again. I know people say that, you know, habits, instead of being like, I want to lose weight, form a habit, become a person who works out every day and eats healthy. But again, it's more than that. For me, it's more than that. Like, people do all the work mentally, not emotionally. And in a way, it's kind of easier to outline everything very clean and structured. And, you know, it's normal, I think, for humans to seek this kind of sense and logic and have a plan. Like, it gives us a sense of stability, security. In a way, it's like an emotional shelter that you don't have to think about it, you don't have to feel anything in particular, you just do the steps. That's why people like fall off the wagon and, you know, stop caring about their goals or like stop keeping up the habits, because it becomes robotic. It becomes just something you do, and at some point you don't even know why. So I think it's much more important to have a vision every day, and like a vision that makes you feel something, you know? Like, you are excited, you think about this version of yourself you want to be. It's not just checking off achievements and things and goals, results, having certain results. It's like you are excited by the person you see in your mind. I mean, that's how it is for me. Like, when I aimlessly daydream about things I want to happen, it's not really about the things I want to happen as much as me showing up in a certain way for those things, you know? And I think everyone does it. Like, we all have this version of ourselves in our heads that we really want to see in everyday life. And we think we will achieve it by achieving goals and having the things that this person has in our heads. But that's not, like, that's the reverse, you know? Like, this is the goal, the achievement, the success is just a byproduct of being the person who can have them, who can create those things, who can hold this success, whatever that means to you. I'm not gonna tell you anything like what you should do, like do whatever the hell you want with your life, it's your life. But personally, I'm not setting goals, I have a vision. I have ideas that I want to follow through with. I have my only goal is just embodying the person I want to be every day in the capacity that is possible for me at the time, with the resources I have at the moment. So if I want to speak multiple languages, that means I'm just gonna do language learning apps. And I kid you not, every time I start like like daydreaming about situations where I would need multiple languages, which is so stupid to even admit, but like we all have those embarrassing scenarios, you know, we all have them, right? Like it's kind of giving middle school, but we do that. Come on, and who doesn't daydream? Anyway, I start to think like, how cool would that be, you know, if I could speak this language and this. And I just start learning, actually, like it gives me motivation. Like so many times I started just idly daydreaming, and I was like, that would be so cool if I could speak those languages. And I went on a learning app and started practicing. Like I didn't have to force myself. I didn't have to schedule it, make a routine or whatever. I didn't have to motivate myself in any way, because I'm just motivated by the idea, because it is something I want, genuinely. So I do hope I learn Spanish this year, like at least at a communicative level, and I will learn many languages throughout my life. But like, it's not a goal. I hope it happens. It would be cool. I would love that. But more importantly, I want to just hold this vision and remind myself every day, like, hey, remember that this thing is really cool. And that just makes me do this thing because it's cool. You know? Does it make sense? I don't know. I hope it helps. I don't know why. I never know how to finish the videos, especially recently. I used to be like, follow, subscribe. I don't even know what I said. And recently I just don't care, bro. I'm just vibing. I'm just vibing with myself, and I hope you're vibing with me. We're chilling. We're just chilling. If you like this type of thing, like I said, I'm not gonna harvest your attention span. If you wanna give it to me, if you wanna give me some of your time, I deeply appreciate it, first of all. It means a lot to me, but I'm not gonna fight for it. I respect your choice. If you don't like it, if you don't wanna put your time and energy here, that's extremely valid, and you should do that. You should put your energy and attention really only where it deserves to be. So I respect your decision, okay? But if you're vibing, if you enjoy this, if you wanna slow down and chitty chat, if you wanna sit on the floor with me in my bedroom on my new rugs, you're welcome to anytime. Okay. See you again soon. My posting schedule has been impressive. I'm impressed by myself. Yes, I am. So if you are also impressed, sorry. So hopefully I will see you soon. Probably. Yeah. Bye. I just realized I'm gonna be posting this before the new year, so happy new year! 2026 is gonna be fantastic.